Hey guys, Chris and Tyler here from Art and Soul again for your Tuesday tip. Thanks for stopping by. This is week number 2 on a piece we're doing, just an abstract piece. I tend to experiment from time to time with all things abstract. One of these days I'll figure it out maybe. But this piece that we're working on, last week if you were with us, you saw us sketch just our abstract drawing in place. And we painted a little red, painted a little black. And this week we're going to actually apply the gold leaf, okay? So this is what we're aiming for, all right? We're going to do it on a smaller scale. So this is our original. And this is where we're headed. This is where we painted red and black last week. And I actually did a little bit of gold leaf already just to kind of let you know how we're headed and what direction we're going. And when you do gold leaf, you have to start out with just the adhesive, all right? So this adhesive, it just looks like glue, which in effect, that's all it is. But it's pretty aggressive and it's made for gold leaf. You want to make sure you use the adhesive that is in fact made for gold leaf. I'm just going to take a small brush here and I'm just going to start applying it in these areas that we left white from last week, okay? Now, this glue, it has to tack up for, 20-30 minutes anyway, all right? You want to let that tack up before you try and add your gold leaf to it, okay? So spread your glue out, and the gold leaf itself, you'll see here in a little bit, but the gold leaf itself actually goes pretty quick. So you could paint this whole area of white here, give it some time to tack up, and then come back and do the gold leaf that you'll see here in just a little bit, okay? Spread just a little bit more of this out here. I probably won't do this whole thing. I don't need to bore you to death with it. You just need to get the idea. All right. We'll spread some of this out. And we'll be back in just a little bit and start applying the gold leaf, okay? Don't go wet. Okay guys, the glue has set up now for our gold leaf, okay? 20-30 minutes, usually sufficient. You can see it's kind of tacky, all right? That's what we're looking for. This is what our gold leaf looks like, all right? This stuff is pretty light, you can see, all right? This is, it's not real gold, by the way. I think this is a mixture of brass and copper, maybe, something to that effect. But this is what it looks like. It's pretty thin. I'm gonna step over here and grab you this. Excuse me for stepping in front of the camera. This is the packaging that it comes in, all right? And you'll get like 18 sheets here, all right, that are packaged that way. This is what it comes at. So we're going to take this, and right there where we applied our glue, I'm just going to burnish that with my finger. And if this works right, it should just pop off of there where the glue was at. Now, gold leaf can be finicky. You'll see what I'm talking about here in just a second. And you can see my release liner is peeling off now, which is fine. All right, so there's what I have left. And now I just have to work this gold leaf into that glue a little bit. Okay. Now I want to get rid of that excess gold leaf, and this is where it can get a little bit tricky. And I can come back and paint where I have these voids at. You might see a few in here. All right, a little bit of white there around that edge. And sometimes a little bit of a stiff brush. No paint or anything on this. This is just an old stiff brush. That's just going to help me peel some of that gold leaf away. Should just stick to where my glue's at, all right? A little bit of the same down here. Now I'll be able to come back if need be, and I can add more gold leaf or sometimes even scrape a little excess gold leaf off if I want to. And this is something we're going to try in class here, okay? This is a little bit out of the ordinary. You're going to see this in another paint and sip gallery, probably around here anyway. But keep an eye on our schedule. We'll get this on the schedule. You won't have to bring a thing, bring yourself. Nice bottle of wine, whatever you want to bring with you, some food. And it's a really relaxing process, okay? Because we're not like painting trees and horses and houses and all of that, all right? This very, you have to use your head a little bit, but it's more about how you feel, right? Than trying to achieve a particular object that you're painting, okay? So that's gold leaf. That's the application. Like I said, keep an eye on our schedule. All right, this is going to be on there. I'm going to snag the original here and explain that after this is done, and you can't see that maybe on the camera, but there's a sealer over this. All right, you can use Mod Podge, you can use a spray sealer, but any of those things are going to seal that. So that'll be very durable, okay? So that's it on a 12 by 12. Watch our schedule. That's gold leaf in paint. All right, as always, thanks for stopping by.